I'm going to redraw this illustration I drew 5 years ago. I was drawing Lumine from Genshin Impact, and honestly it doesn't look like Lumine at all. This is lime. Hi everyone, this is Lemon Tea. I'm an illustrator wannabe, and today I'm going to fix my old art and talk about the things I learned during these 5 years. I'm sorry guys, I have to be extra harsh on my old self because she deserved it. I actually redrew this drawing 4 years ago, and I basically just improved the face and add some shadings and shadows. I didn't touch upon anything else. Well, I think this already looked much better than the original drawing 5 years ago. But let's make a complete remake like Final Fantasy VII. Let's try to restructure the composition of this drawing. I will first make the canvas longer as I want to show more of Lumine. I will amend this postcard style white frame and make it as an actual background. I want her to stand in some place instead of where this is, standing in front of a 2D galaxy. Let's say she's standing in front of a lake, perhaps in Mondstadt, and the night sky is reflecting on the water, and beside the lake there are a lot of fireflies. And I would like her to look at the camera to say that she's looking at us, or her Oni-chan behind the camera. So I also drew a draft body of Lumine. I kept her pose, but I changed the angle and the direction she's facing, so that some depth can be created and different parts of her body will be facing different directions to make the whole drawing more interesting. I placed her in the middle of the canvas because she should be the focus. Now let's add some shading to make her look like she's standing under a night sky, and give her some strong lighting to make some contrast. Okay, I talked a lot here, but I'm very uncertain whether my sloppy art skills can actually achieve these thoughts I have in mind. But let's try. Let's do the fun part, draw her face. I put a reference photo beside me to make sure I can draw her properly. I'll be fixing my line art on top of my old line art, so apologies if some parts look very weird. I'll fix them one by one. I watched some tutorial video from some senpai artists saying that if we are drawing a character, we should actually study the proportion of their face. I think that's something we should do if we are drawing a very legit drawing. But for this drawing, I will just try my best to recreate her face, but kinda in my own art style. I'm trying to figure out how to draw her happy face, but like not too happy in order to match her personality. I think this is the OG Lumine, aka the one that went to Abyss, not the MC one we're playing. So the OC Lumine solemnly showed expressions on her face, so I'm planning to draw the moments that she finally shows a smile. Her hair is so hard to draw. No, hear me out. I can't do this. I can draw. I've been practicing for more than 10 years. It's just an anime girl. I can do this. Bro, does this look Lumine to you? You've been nagging about your own drawing, blah blah blah. Your old drawing sucks, blah blah blah, but you actually haven't improved at all, bro. This is just a draft, okay? This is just a draft. I'm trying to get every details on spot. Okay, I'm trying. This is just a draft, so it's normal to dump everything, alright? Let me cook. Man, I think I just actually suck at drawing. Why is her hair so hard to draw? This looks so bad. Wait, maybe it's because I haven't fixed the neck, so the face looks weird. It now looks like it grows out of nowhere. Wait, let me see. Oh. It actually looks okay. Whew. Now let's work on the body and clothes. Okay, I know she looks like Ram playing Twister, but I'll fix this slowly. Okay, I'll leave it for future me to make it look good. Thank God Lumine's clothes is not the most complicated ones, but I never understand how her clothes work. So that's the draft line art. I've fixed quite a lot, for example, how her arm and legs are placed. I also took a picture of myself doing this pose, and I finally fixed this hand by taking a photo of my own hand. So you can see, references is very important. At some point she looks exactly like Zac Efron, but I guess that's okay because at least she looks like someone that's hot. In the last redraw video, you all say my OC looks exactly like Peter Griffin from the Family Guy. And yes, they look identical, what the fuck? So I guess the memes are too deep-rooted in my blood, and these have reflected on my drawing. Now I'll fix this line art and fill in the base color.
A few moments later.
Finally, we can start the fun part, coloring. Let's first decide the big shadow. It's better to decide the overall flow before we actually go into details. Add shadow in the overlay layer. Say she's surrounded by a lot of fireflies, so actually she had a lot of light sources, but let's set the biggest light sources here in order to make things more neat. Now let's do the eye first. When I'm drawing my OC, I just follow my usual way of coloring the eyes. But when I am drawing an existing character, I would usually follow the way their eyes are originally colored. I think in this way I can show both the character's original art style and a bit of my own art style. Now the skin. I don't really have much things to talk about here. I think we just have to keep in mind the texture should be soft and we should follow the direction of the shadow. The best part, coloring the hair. The trick is to keep the lines sharp and clear in order to create the texture and the layers of the hair. add some light blue to be the reflecting light. We can actually make this stronger as she is standing under a night sky with a lot of glowing fireflies. Now the clothes. Again, decide a big shadow and add a fold of this cloth. I used to have this bad habit of using too much smudge tool to blur the folds because I thought it would make the clothes look more realistic. But no, it actually just makes the clothes look gloomy and dirty. So now I will only blur the end of the fold and keep the other lines straight and clear. Okay, this looks pretty nice, but don't forget we have to draw the background. And more importantly, we have to make her blend into the background. So I'll now be doing the final bits, like adding effects and fixing the details. This will take a lot of time and it's tedious to watch, so I'll just skip to the final work for you guys. I'll see you in 3, 2, 1. And so this is my redraw of my drawing 5 years ago. What do you think about it? I try my best to apply everything I learned these 5 years, but I think I still have a lot to improve and learn. But looking back at it, I'm starting to think that the redraw I did 4 years ago actually looks cuter than mine today. Anyway, that was fun. Let me know what you think in the comments, or perhaps give me some art tips. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will do more redraw in the future if I dig out more of my cringe old drawings. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Adios!